Welcome, this is Logic, formerly known as the Expert Sniper. Although this video is not going to make you a better marksman, it will give you the secrets and techniques that real-time snipers do use. If you are serious about sniping on Call of Duty 4 Online, please watch carefully. We are going to start you off with easy tactics. As you can see in this room, there is one doorway, and here's another entranceway. You are going to want to plant claymores, as because you do not have someone to watch your back, and you are vulnerable to enemy fire. Place claymores at each doorway to make sure that you do not get shot. As for sniping, here we go. Always stand a couple feet back from the window. It is incorrect to stick your barrel at the window, seeing as you're vulnerable to the left, to the right, and to center mass. That is incorrect. Take a few steps back. As you can see, you now have visibility of the center, the entrance of the pillars, the statue, and the balcony. You may be able to move around a little bit, as you can see more visible viewpoints over here, but be cautious because you could be in front of a doorway. Although you do have a claymore there, you are still vulnerable to enemy fire. As you can see, if you were standing in that window, you'd be able to see yourself. If someone were to walk in, simple. Grab your pistol, pull to the corner, and wait for the enemy to walk in. That way, you can take them out. Here's another simple term. Always prone. Prone is key. If you prone, you will not be seen. Snipers never stand up. It makes you easy and a vulnerable target to headshots from other enemy snipers or assault riflemen. If you see, if I were to crawl to this area and if I were to stand up or crouch, that would leave me vulnerable to a headshot. You should crawl to the farthest away from the viewpoint of the other enemy. As you can see, I'm behind a wall now. Standing up, as you can see I'm crouching, standing up makes you 80% more vulnerable to targets. Sorry, not targets, enemies, my bad. As you can see, you have a viewpoint there and everywhere there. Crouch. Crouching is also key when getting cover. As you can see, your visibility is now limited, although the majority of snipers who do reside in that area are in that window, and now you have the grass and the wall and the cement wall to cover you. If you do wish to get more visibility without being seen, prone. Prone in the grass where enemy snipers cannot see you. Use your ghillie suit to your advantage. People do like to reside on balconies. Make sure that is key to being watched at all times before you advance to the next area. As you can see, I am still proning, and I still have a viewpoint and more viewpoint of other areas. Walls are also essential to cover. They can provide support from the front as well as the side, giving you only 2 ways to watch instead of 3. As you can see, your visibility is now changed. Your viewpoint is changed. You may be able to see enemies that were in a different spot than they were before. If you were looking at the window, you now have limited visibility at the window. However, you do have more of a viewpoint on the side. Remember to always crouch, do not stand, leaving you more vulnerable to enemy fire. Trees. Trees, bushes, and tall grass, such as this tree and this tall grass, are your best friends. As remember, prone is key. Always prone. Unless next to a tree, you may crouch. Never stand up. As you can see, you have perfect viewpoints of over there, up there. Always prone. Always prone. When moving, try not to move this fast. Take it easy. As you can see, the guy behind you may think, why is that bush moving so fast? Enemy fire coming from there can easily spot you. so take it slow, inch by inch. It may hurt your time, but it's going to make you survive. As you can see, you still have viewpoints up there in limited visibility, but you still have a viewpoint over there. Many snipers like to reside on the roof. You still have a viewpoint on top of that area in which they like to jump onto the roof. You always want to look behind you when moving as well, frequently, considering enemy fire could be coming up behind you. You have those two buildings to cover you as you prone to the next tree. Now you have a different perspective. However, you still have viewpoints of the sniper spot, the sniper roof. As you can see, that was an example of crouching and standing. You could see how much more vulnerable I was when standing. You now also have a viewpoint of behind you and the hill. Boom. He would have been dead without even seeing it. As you shoot someone, prone to the next tree. Remember, not to stay at the same spot more than twice. It'd be much easier for you to move to the next tree after tree after tree. As you can see, I still have visibility of the hill. I now have also visibility of still of the sniper spot in which they like to climb the ladder to get to the roof. If someone were to come behind you, simply there. Remember to always crouch. Taking a shot, tango down. Now prone, reload, and move to the next tree. Remember to always prone. I cannot stress this enough. You do not want to be seen. Remember to move slowly. If you are not a patient person, you are not suitable to be a sniper. If you cannot prone for a while, you are not suitable to be a sniper. Set claymores behind you as well, because enemy fire has seen you twice on the radar from the shots you previously took. Planting claymores could prevent enemies from running up on you. You still have viewpoints of both sniper spots. Easy targets. Remember, survival is key. Down. As you take that shot, you reload, and you move to the next tree. Now remember, sniping is not about getting the kill. Sniping is about informing your teammates where other enemies are. Only snipe if you have a 100% chance that you know you're going to kill them. Remember, one shot.
One kill. Also keep in mind that the enemy isn't going to spend his time watching the bushes all day. He is going to be more distracted by your teammates' automatic fire going around him. He has more important things to look at, so make sure you know when to strike. You also have visibility of this main road now that you can move to a center tree and partially the hill. As you can see, I was crouching and not standing. Patience, patience, patience. Spend 4 minutes if you have to waiting for a target, because when the target does come, it's quite the payoff. Patience is also key. Remember, camouflage, 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 and knowing when to strike. Striking now would be very, very vulnerable to you because you are in front of the target. can see, you want to get him when he doesn't see you. Now.